How are you, Hal? Thank you, it's great. Thanks.
Hi, Holly.
That's what you did, right?
I said hi to Holly. She can hear me. There's nothing that's stood out.
My glasses. Well, I'm not reading tonight, so I'll cover it.
This is the game about the big person. This is like
Rita, I'm sorry, I left my glasses in the car. Do you want to start 12:84, then I'll just look right in on the, no, don't wait, don't be embarrassed.
Where are they?
You're gonna wait for Lois anyway.
Would you? They're in my cup holder. The car's on the side, on the right-hand side. You know I like it. Anyway, thanks, Don.
How are you, Lois?
Good.
Don's
We no
gonna go.
longer have Michael, or is he on vacation?
Vacation.
I was like, I can go back on that. Actually, it's a total lie. I definitely can't see it.
Okay, do we have?
Sometimes in the morning I try to email clients back, and some of the things that come out of my, I'm like, I really should not be doing this. They're horrible.
We have nothing canceled, I take it.
No postponements?
No, it looks like, hi, how you doing? Good, good. Sebastian.
He's good.
Oh, I guess we have no postponements.
Okay, good.
Well, not good, but that's okay, I guess.
You have a lot of people here, so.
Yeah. Maybe Schumacher. My pen out.
By the way, my nature is a friend. I have a spider outside my house that would never dare to come between you. I don't know what kind of spiders you have up here.
Oh, I hate spiders.
It is bigger than my thumbs.
Oh, God.
This guy was like this.
It's better.
Oh, my God.
I don't like
What's that?
If they're in the house, they're
Oh.
dying.
Okay.
They
Oh,
kill and they're
yeah.
dying.
Charlie's like, it's protecting us from the lantern.
Okay. Yeah, then you're good.
Let it stay outside.
You ready?
I'm ready.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Zoning Board of Appeals. I would like to brief you on some of our rules and procedures used during our hearings. When the hearing number is called, the applicant or representative will come to the podium. If they are not an attorney, they will be sworn in by our executive secretary. They will then present their case. The board members may or may not ask questions of the applicant. Prior to tonight's hearing, board members have visited most of the properties that are on tonight's calendar. At the conclusion of the hearing applicant's presentation, we will ask if there are any interested parties who would like to speak either for or against the application. We will then allow the applicant to give some brief rebuttal remarks before closing the hearing. The stenographer can only take one person's testimony at a time, so we ask that you do not call out during testimony. We will give everyone an opportunity to be heard this evening. Sometimes proceedings do not end until 1 a.m. or later, but everyone will be given the opportunity to be heard. At approximately 9 p.m., our stenographer will have been typing for about 2 hours, and we will take a 10-minute break. Please stand for the pledge. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Do we have any postponements tonight?
We have no postponements tonight.
All right, so let's call the first hearing.
Okay, first hearing. Hearing number 1, Appeal 24-265, Robert Renzinski at 2 Harrison Avenue, Massapequa.
Yes, I do. Michael Palumba, architect, 80 Elizabeth Drive, Bethpage, New York, 11714. Good evening, Madam Chairwoman, members of the board. I'm appearing on behalf of Robert Brzezinski of 2 Harrison Avenue, Massapequa, New York. We are requesting a variance to maintain an existing shed and hot tub, which are located in an R110 zone, and do not have the minimum required side front yard setback of 25.6 feet along Clinton Place, maintaining a side front yard setback of 14.4 feet to the shed and a setback of 23.3 feet to the hot tub. Note that this is a corner lot property and the structures are not visible from the street. We are also requesting a variance for an existing 6-foot-high vinyl fence, which exceeds the maximum permitted height of 4 feet across the front yard along Clinton Place. And as you can see in the photos that were submitted to the board, the fence does not impede any sight lines or neighboring driveways along Clinton Place. I do not have consent letters for this application. They are requested of the owner. The property is well maintained and the existing conditions are consistent with the character of this neighborhood, and that completes our application.
Thank you. Anybody have any questions?
No, it's fine.
Anybody wishing to be heard on this application? Correspondence?
Nassau County Planning Commission recommends local determination.
Motion?
Decision.
The public hearing is closed and the decision of the board will be forwarded to you by our office.
Thank you.
Next is hearing 2, Appeal 24-267, Manjeet and Madhu Singh at 49 Connecticut Avenue, Massapequa.
Just raise your right hand, please. Promise to tell the truth during these proceedings.
Yep.
Just your name and address, please.
My name is Madhu. Address is 49 Connecticut Avenue, Massapequa.
Thank you. There's 4 copies of each. Yeah, it's just a share. Okay. No problem. Each one has 4
Got
copies.
it. So spread them around.
Yeah, there's 4 copies of each.
Pass these down.
No problem, we're good sharers.
Perfect.
Okay.
Okay. So this is regarding the deck. This is regarding the deck which we have in the backyard. It's near the fence, not, there's a distance-wise, we are not 14 feet or something like that from the fence. So shed.
Speak into the microphone, just pull it down.
Oh, sorry. Shed, we replaced the shed already, so I have the pictures there.
Yes,
So it is now more than 3 feet from the fence.
right,
But the deck is the one which is near the property line.
okay.
So you're withdrawing your application as to the shed because now it's in compliance, is that correct?
Yes.
Okay,
Thank you, Rebecca, because I did not hear it.
I know, you're fine.
So we only have the rear deck left,
Yeah.
and you are leaving a 14.3-foot rear yard. The neighbor in the back, did you speak to that neighbor?
Yes, we have the copies of their letter.
They don't have a problem with it?
No.
Okay. Anybody else have any questions? Anybody wishing to be heard on this application? Correspondence?
Nassau County Planning Commission recommends local determination.
Motion?
Decision.
The public hearing is closed and the decision of the board will be forwarded to you by our office. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Next is hearing 3, Appeal 24-279, Michael Scummer at 14 Sandy Court, Massapequa.
Tell the truth during these proceedings.
I do.
Name and address.
Robert Schumacher, 1109 Round Swamp Road, Old Bethpage. Good evening, Madam Chairperson, ladies and gentlemen of the board, representing Michael Sommer of 14 Sandy Court in Massapequa. I passed up some photos, consent letters for the board. Mr. Sommer seeking a variance to maintain a shed not having the required rear yard and side yard setback, and an air conditioning unit and barbecue not having the required side yard setback. The shed is behind a detached garage. There is a fence around the rear of the property. The shed cannot be seen from the street. I've taken photo for this so the board's review. The barbecue island is below the fence, and it also cannot be seen from the street or the sides. The homeowners did reach out to his two abutting neighbors, the most affected at 10 and 18 Sandy Court. They both have signed letters of consent. There's never been any complaints or violations on this property from the town, and as the photos show, the house is in excellent condition.
Thank you. Anybody have any questions?
Mr. Schumacher, I'm sorry, just the shed, is that the one that's behind the detached garage, or is
Yes.
that the one behind the barbecue in the photo?
It's behind the garage.
Garage, okay.
Yeah. The other one complies.
It complies, okay.
Is this a newly purchased home?
No.
No, okay.
The drawers that are, there's a piece of furniture in the back that's kind of touching the back fence, and it has drawers. On your page 3, I think I'm looking at this piece of furniture, I know it's far away. There's no heating element in there, right? That's touching the fence?
No.
No. That's a standard
Yeah, you see the like L shape that's up against?
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
Anybody wishing to be heard on this application? Correspondence?
Nassau County Planning Commission recommends local determination.
Motion?
Decision.
The public hearing is closed, and the decision of the board will be forwarded to you by our office.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hearing 4, Appeal 24-280, Carlos and Carmen Ostalaza at 170 North Chestnut Street, North Massapequa.
Subsequent proceedings,
I do.
name and address, please.
Scott Tyrone, 75 Albertson Avenue, Albertson, New York, 11507. Good evening, Madam Chairwoman, members of the board. I'm here to represent Carlos and Carmen Ostalaza, the owners of 170 North Chestnut Street, Massapequa. It's Section 48, Block 32, Lot 5, located in the R17 district. Carmen Ostalaza is here. She's in the front row. We're seeking a variance for an above-ground pool and a deck not having the required rear yard setback. If you look at the survey, the rear yard and the deck is attached to the, there's two decks. There's one attached to the house, and then there's a 3-foot walkway that attaches the pool and the pool deck. So the town is saying that it needs to meet the principal setbacks of the dwelling, which is 25 feet. If we literally didn't have that 3-foot walkway connecting the two, we could move the pool and the deck 11 and a half feet closer to the rear yard. So it's literally just that 3-foot walkway that's kind of giving us the hardship here of having the, the pool and the deck meeting the principal setback instead of the pool setbacks. I'd also like to point out we're compliant with floor area, compliant with lot coverage. It's just the rear yard setback, and again, caused by the deck being connected, to the other deck. The house is very well maintained. There's been no complaints or any code enforcement issues before. And the pool has been there and the deck for 23 years.
Thank you. Anybody have any questions? Anybody wishing to be heard on this application? Correspondence?
Nassau County Planning Commission recommends local determination.
Motion?
Decision.
Public hearing is closed, and the decision of the board will be forwarded to our office.
Thank you. Have a good night.
Thank you. Next is hearing number 5, Appeal 24-278, Eileen Binkis at 60 Graham Street, Farmingdale.
For the record, Robert Schumacher, 1109 Round Trump Road, Old Bethpage, representing Mr. and Mrs. Benkis of 60 Graham Street. I have some photos, consent letters for the board. The Benkis are seeking a variance for a proposed 6-foot fence having greater height than required and to maintain a shed having less side yard setback than required. This property is on the corner of Graham Street and Plitt Street. There is an existing 6-foot-high wood fence that's been there for many years. The PVC fence will be replacing this fence. I've taken many photos from different directions showing the fence does not pose interference on the intersection. Also, this intersection is controlled by 4 stop signs. I've also taken a photo of the abutting neighbor's house on Plitt Street showing their driveway is on the opposite side of the fence. The shed is maintaining a 2.7-foot side yard setback where 3 feet is required. The homeowners did reach out to the neighbors and received consent letters from the abutting neighbors next to the shed at 218 Plitt Avenue, also at 54, 71, 63, and 73 Graham Street, and 217 and 219 Plitt Avenue. As the photos show, the house is in excellent condition, and it's always been well-maintained, and there's never been any violations on the house from the town.
I have a question for you, Mr. Schumacher. I was there, and you're asking for, to the south, if you're looking at the house, to the left, south side of the house, they are putting, there's no fence there now. The new fence would go from the end of the house to the side property,
Correct, not going past the front of the house, yeah.
just that one piece of fence?
Yeah, closing in the backyard.
Correct, because the neighbors have an existing fence.
Yeah.
Okay. That's, thank you. I didn't see any site issues there.
Anybody else have any questions? Anybody wishing to be heard on this application? Correspondence?
Nassau County Planning Commission recommends local determination.
Motion?
Decision.
Public hearing is closed, and the decision will be forwarded to you by our office.
Thank you.
Thank you. Next is hearing 6. Appeal number 24-351, Nicole Tierney at 65 Crestwood Boulevard, Farmingdale.
Hi.
Also, truth in these proceedings.
Yes, I do.
Name and address, please.
Christina Bravin, Morano Expediting, 2938 Hempstead Turnpike, Levittown, New York. I'm here on behalf of the homeowners requesting permission to construct a one-story addition holding a minimum side yard setback of 5.3 feet instead of the required 8 feet, an aggregate side yard setback of 17.6 instead of 20, and reduce the side yard from 3 to 2.38 for an existing pergola, as well as increase lot coverage from 25% to 28.92%. So the proposed one-story addition is 104 square feet, and they'd like to just enlarge the kitchen and sort of rework that back of the home. It's common in the area, as we can tell from the aerial view. I can submit that into the record, as well as some photos of the property. Just make sure I get that. And the setbacks are established by the home already, so the addition will not encroach any further into the side yards than the existing home already does. The pergola was purchased from Wayfair. It was installed about 3 years ago. It's 91 square feet. It's very well screened from the neighbors, and they just didn't get a permit because they had no idea it was like not a permanent structure. So we're here to legalize that. And if you have any questions, I have plans. I'm happy to answer.
Do you have any approvals from the neighbors? You do have letters from the neighbors?
We didn't have any opposition when they spoke to the neighbors, but we didn't get any letters of consent. I mean, it's been there for 3 years, the pergola itself. And you could see the screening in the photos, it's just covered.
It's common in that area
Yeah.
to do their small houses. which are
Okay, then.
Yes, okay, I'm good.
Anybody wishing to be heard on this application? Correspondence?
Nassau County Planning Commission recommends local determination.
Motion?
Decision.
The public hearing is closed, and the decision of the board will be forwarded to you by our office.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hearing number 7, Appeal 24-272, Anthony and Carol Giamio at 8 Morris Road, Bethpage.
Again, for the record, Robert Schumacher, 1109 Round Swamp Road, Old Bethpage. I'd like to pass up some photos and consent letters for the board. Representing Mr. Giano of 8 Morris Road in Bethpage. Mr. and Mrs. Giano seeking a variance to maintain a second-story deck, God bless you,
Thank you.
and exceeding the building coverage, gross floor area, and having less than the required rear yard setback, and to maintain a shed having less side yard setback, and to maintain a fence having greater height than required. This property is on the corner of Morris Road and Tanwood Court. As with many corner properties, any type of improvement is difficult without a variance. The fence in question is not on the intersection side of the property, it's on the interior side. The fence does not pose any interference with visibility. I've taken photos of the board, for the board of this. The deck is maintaining a 12.7-foot rear yard setback where 25 feet is required. This is actually the side yard setback, but for zoning purposes, the town considers this the rear yard. There are shrubs and a fence between the properties, as the photos show. The shed is under 100 square feet. It's not visible from the street. Mr. Giamo received a consent letter from his two abutting neighbors at 22 Tamwood Court and 12 Morris Road. These improvements have been here for many years, and the homeowner's been paying tax on them. As the photos show, the house is in excellent condition, and there's never been any complaints or violations from the town on this property, and the property is in excellent condition.
Anybody have any questions?
Yeah, Mr. Schumacher, so that fence that's on the first page of the pictures that you have, it looks like a 4-foot fence.
Yes,
That is within the code?
yes, no permit is needed for that. That's an interior fence.
Okay. Rita, what is the common fence with regard to fences? Never mind. Okay.
That's on an intersection, a
Gotcha.
30-foot radius. This is on the interior side.
Okay. Thank you.
Anybody wishing to be heard on this application? Correspondence?
Nassau County Planning Commission recommends local determination.
Motion?
Decision?
The public hearing is closed, and the decision of the board will be forwarded to you by our...
Thank you, have a good evening.
Thank you. Hearing number 8, Appeal 24-238, Neil Nacita at 459 Newbridge Road, Hicksville.
Thank you. I'll tell the truth during these proceedings.
I do.
Your name and address, please.
Michael Arado, 245 Route 109, Suite D, West Babylon, New York, 11704. So we're here representing the owner. We're here asking for relief to maintain a front portico. It's 3.5 by 7.7, and it's approximately 12 feet in height. We're here because this house was originally built back in 1994 with a variance, so anytime they touched it, it's going to trigger a variance to be back here. There are no setback issues with this. We don't feel that the structure is out of character for this neighborhood. I actually noticed several homes in the area with either roofed over patios or porticos. The structure won't have any negative impact on the neighborhood or the environment.
Thank you. Anybody have any questions?
Just out of curiosity, what brings them in now on the existing?
Well, because they didn't know they needed one to build it, so they got caught building without a permit.
Okay, thank you.
Anybody wishing to be heard on this application? Correspondence?
Nassau County Planning Commission recommends local determination.
Motion?
Decision?
Public hearing is closed, and the decision of the board will be forwarded to you by our office. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hearing number 9, Appeal 24-287, Christos Basmas at 35 Longview Avenue, Hicksville.
Thank you. Perfect, that's fine. Thank you. I'll tell the truth during these proceedings.
I do.
Your name and address, please.
Thomas Scavo, architect, 221 Fillmore Street, Massapequa Park, New York, 11762. Good evening. I'm here representing Mr. Christos Basmas at 35 Longview Avenue in Hicksville. It's Section 46, Block 633, Lot 33. It's in an R16 zone. Mr. Basmas is looking to maintain an existing rear wood deck and an aluminum awning over his side exterior basement stairs. These structures exceed the maximum building coverage permitted in this zone. The required building coverage allowed is 28%, and with these two existing structures, his building coverage is at 33.6%. According to Mr. Basmas, both the deck, which is a first-floor deck in the rear, and the awning have been there for over 30 years, so since the early 1990s. Preceding that, in 1985, he had permits for a second-floor deck, and in about 1988, for an outside cellar entrance. So in reference to the first-floor deck, which is what we're here for, according to Mr. Bosmas, he thought that since there was a deck above it, he was okay with having a deck below it. He hired a deck company that built it, never said anything about building permits, and the first-floor deck juts out a little bit past the second-floor deck, so it's added into the building coverage. In reference to the awning, he had a permit for the outside cellar entrance in 1988. The entrance was like that for many years, and over time, there was a dry well at the bottom. It started occasionally filling up and would overflow, especially if it was snowing heavily and water got under the door in this basement. So he decided to add the awning to help protect and divert water away from the bottom of the stair. According to Mr. Bosmas, because he had a permit for the stair and awning was prefabricated metal awning, he just thought he could install it and didn't require a permit. But again, once the roof went over the cellar entrance, it also added into the building coverage. These all, in honesty, came up because there was a complaint filed with the town. Again, according to Mr. Bosmas, it was an issue with an old friend that gave him a problem. I don't know the story, but it wasn't code enforcement. Code inspector Anthony Severo was there at the house. He looked. At the time, they said there was some illegal structures. This was according to the person that filed the complaint, and a possible illegal apartment in the basement. I did a search. There is no apartment, no second kitchen in the basement. Inspector Servo was there. He saw the same thing, but in those inspections, it came up that he had the deck and the awning. So he told him he needed to file for those. This is a job that was in my office a few years ago. We did the plans. At the time, I told him it's going to need a variance for the lot coverage. I told him I didn't really have the time to do the variance. He hired an outside expediter to do the variance for him. That person disappeared, took his money and disappeared. So a year went through. He went to court every time he needed to go to court. He had the inspections done that he needed, and now we're here for the hearing. He's just trying to get this all settled. He's an older gentleman. His family is in Virginia. He's looking to take care of his permit so he can sell and relocate in the future. The deck is low. It's about 3 feet off the ground. It's tucked behind the house. There's bushes around part of it. I have some photos I can submit. There's fences around the property. The upper deck does have a permit. It's a K6176, filed in 1985, I believe. Again, according to Mr. Bosmas, both the deck and awning have been there for over 30 years. No complaints from any neighbors. He has discussed it with some of the neighbors that he was able to reach. The neighbor that's most affected to his right is the letter that we submitted. The next neighbor across the street would be, I guess, the secondary most affected, but that house faces another street, so it's just the side of the house, and it's actually just the front property of that house. So actually the deck, I do have an aerial photo I can submit for the, I might as well submit all of this. So I have photos of the awning, a couple of the deck. I tried to take it as best as I could. Some of it was concealed by bushes. And the aerial photo shows the neighbor. The neighbor that's most affected that wrote the letter, he's got a very wide property, and he's got a big garage that's between his house and where the awning is. So there's probably about 65 feet or more between his house and the awning. And across the street, it's almost a secondary street, so there's no real affected neighbor there. Behind him is his garage, the neighbor's garage, so the awning is not really visible from any of the neighbors behind him, or the deck.
Is there another basement entrance to this house? There are two of them?
Interior and then exterior. No, there's no secondary.
No no other second outside basement entrance?
No.
What else is in, so I know you said the code came and there was no kitchen in the basement. Is there
Right.
a bathroom in the
There
basement?
are actually 2 bathrooms down there, and it's legally, there's 8 plumbing fixtures that were filed when the upstairs deck and the cellar entrance were all taken care of. So there's 2 bathrooms, there is a washing machine, and there's a laundry sink. But there is no secondary kitchen sink or no stove, and nobody living down there.
Are the bathrooms full baths or half baths?
Full baths. 8 fixtures were approved back in
Okay.
early 80s.
Yeah, I mean, I appreciate your candor and sharing with us that sorry, Reed, that he's thinking of selling, and that's one of the reasons that you're here, and he wants to be in compliance. Of course, what my brain goes to immediately is someone's gonna look at this house, see that nifty cellar entrance with the nice stairs right from the driveway, and think it's a great investment opportunity to have a rental apartment in the basement. And so I also recognize that you're not here on that, you're here on the decks. But, you're here, so I want to try to figure out
And
a
the
way,
awning. And the awning.
right, I want to figure out a way to make this unquestionably never going to be a rental apartment. And so I'm going to, I want to see if my colleagues have any ideas. What did you want me to look at? I'm sorry.
On my plans, are there Bilko doors
No,
in the backyard?
no.
It says cell door.
Cellar door.
In the backyard.
There was a huge garage in the back. There is a huge garage in the back.
And that has a basement?
It has a partial basement because, and I've gone through this with Craig in building department and also with the inspector, and the inspector has looked at it. It's not basement, it's a crawl space that's about 3 feet deep.
Okay. Well, I mean, it's on the plan, so I'm questioning it.
Okay, but so that at least explains.
That might be what
Because
was,
it says cellar door, so I'm like, all right.
Crawl space then.
Okay.
yeah,
How tall is that? It's 5'10".
5, yeah. it's-
It's unhabitable space.
I'm
It's
only
nothing
5'3".
Yeah, but I wouldn't live in a place that was
Yeah, I would neither.
What are you, a hobbit? I don't know. I'm concerned about the awning, the way it's set up just makes it look very hospitable for someone to come in and out of there as a primary entrance. I don't, anyone else have thoughts on this?
I agree with you, but since everything is permitted except for that awning,
Yeah.
there's not really.
At least we're not creating a precedent.
No, we're
It's
not.
all permitted, so.
And if that does happen with the next owner, then the town will deal with it.
Yeah, the neighbors seem to be very looking around to make sure that everything is in compliance. So I'm sure you'll hear from a neighbor if that
Okay.
was to happen in the future.
People in Hicksville are pretty protective of their
They
quality
should,
of
yeah,
life.
they are.
Okay, thank you.
Anybody else have any questions? Anybody wishing to be heard on this application? Correspondence?
Nassau County Planning Commission recommends local determination.
Motion?
Decision.
The public hearing is closed, and the decision of the board will be forwarded to you by our office. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, have a good evening.
Hearing 10, Appeal 24-365, Richard Locke at 108 Jerusalem Avenue, Hicksville.
Good evening, Madam Chair, members.
Promise to tell the truth in the proceedings?
Yes, I do.
Name and address, please.
My name is Frank Cortella, architect, representing Mr. Locke.
I am Rich Locke.
He's the owner.
I'm the owner.
Tell the truth in the proceeding, right?
Yes, I
Your
do.
address, Mr. Locke?
Of the property is 108 Jerusalem Avenue,
Thank you, sir.
Hicksville.
Again, good evening, Madam Chair, members of the board. I'm here representing Mr. Locke for this variance case, but I'm going to have to recuse based on a conflict, so I prepared a narrative for him to read for the presentation, if that's okay with the members? Okay, thank you. It's all right if I could coach him through it if there's any fumbles? Okay, thank you.
Okay.
Good evening, my name is Richard Locke, the owner of 108 Jerusalem Avenue, Hicksville, Section 11, Block 288, Lot 195, within Zone HD2 in the downtown commercial B Street type. We are here with the request of a zoning variance to allow an existing front one-story addition and front covered porch having less than the front yard setback and exceeding the maximum gross floor area permitted to allow the existing front covered porch having less side yard setback than permitted. The yard requirements as set forth within the HD2 district do not mention the requirements of a front yard for such detached residence. However, the HD2 district within the downtown commercial B Street does require a minimum public frontage requirement as per table 246-5.9.8.3 of 18 feet with a maximum of 21 feet to the property line. Our property has a front yard setback of 18.51 feet to the front property line on Jerusalem Avenue. The existing floor area of the residence is existing, non-complying with no addition proposed under this application. I will assume that the denial is based upon the entire building and its use being non-conforming and non-complying as single-family homes are not permitted within the HD2 zoning district. Our application does not propose any change of use or enlargement to the building, therefore, we request to maintain the existing use and floor area of 3,043 square feet. The permitted floor area for lots less than 6,000 square feet are permitted only 45% floor area ratio to the lot, which yields 2,250 square foot for my lot. In addition, the yard requirements are set forth within a newly adopted HD2 district do not specify a requirement for a side yard for such detached residence. However, the requirements for side yards are set at 5 feet minimum for townhouses, where our building only has existing 2.75 feet at the covered front porch area. I do have photographs of the existing conditions of the front porch, which I can submit as exhibits or additions to the submission.
You did a very good job.
Thank you.
Thank you, yes.
You can submit those, we'll take a look. Good. Thank you.
My house is the blue house in the pictures.
Pretty.
Right, I know, this is a new zone for me, so I'm going to study it.
That is true.
All right, thank you. Anybody have any questions?
No, you did a good job.
There's no height variance required on that, on the top?
Nope.
Nope.
Okay.
Anybody wishing to be heard on this application? Correspondence?
Nassau County Planning Commission has been notified of this application.
Okay. Decision?
Decision.
Public hearing is closed, and the decision of the board will be forwarded to you by our office. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you. Next is hearing 11, Appeal 24-286, Sarah Dayan at 110 Southern Parkway, Plainview.
Michael
Truth during proceedings?
I do.
And your name and address, please.
Michael Zoltan and Sarah Dayan at 110 Southern Parkway. We are the homeowners. Madam Chair and members of the board, thank you for having us tonight. This is an application for a variance to erect a 6-foot-high PVC fence exceeding the maximum permitted height along the front and side yard of the property. The fence is needed for privacy and safety. Southern Parkway is a double yellow line through street, and our house is across the street from the local community center and the Plainview Water District treatment plant site. The fence is well beyond the intersection. It's on the interior side of the house. It's approximately 60 feet from the intersection, so it's not within that 30-foot area. We have spoken with our abutting neighbors at 112 Southern Parkway and 5 John Street. Those are the two abutting ones. And the one at 112 Southern Parkway is the one most affected by the fence. Both have signed consent letters that were handed in. I apologize for not having multiple copies, but, okay. And that's it.
It looks fine. Doesn't interfere with any line of sight. Anybody have any questions?
No, it's a very,
Busy,
busy
yeah.
street, yeah.
Anybody wishing to be heard on this application? Correspondence?
Nassau County Planning Commission recommends local determination.
Motion?
Decision.
Public hearing is closed, and the decision of the board will be forwarded to you by our office. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks for your time.
Hearing number 12, Appeal 24-288, Syed Mahid at 154 Roxton Road, Plainview.
Yes. Kurt Jacobs, Architect, 201 Northwest Drive, Farmingdale, New York. Good evening, Madam Chairperson and members of the board. Syed Majid has asked me to appear before you with two variance requests. He proposes to add an outside cellar entrance to access his unfinished basement. We're proposing a side yard of 7.41 feet with a minimum of 8 foot required, which is a 7-inch difference in an R17 zone. The reason why we didn't make it 8 feet is because we made the stairway width 4 feet. So if you add a handrail, it's less than 4 feet. And as I said, that's to take down lawn furniture, et cetera. He doesn't have a shed on the property. I handed in a consent letter from the neighbor whose rear yard abuts the side yard property line where the cellar entrance would be. And as I said, it's his rear yard, and the house is way forward of the rear yard. We also propose to add a 1-story, 8 foot 1 inch by 14 foot 4 inch addition to the existing rear family room. The only zoning issue this addition affects is gross floor area. The maximum gross floor area allowed is 4,581 square feet. The proposed gross floor area will be 5,046 square feet. The proposed addition is only 116 square feet. So the original house itself, without any additions, nothing's been added, is 349 square feet over the allowable FAR of and that's our case. Thank you.
I have to tell you that I'm concerned about the application.
The cellar entrance?
Yes, so first
Okay.
of all, the owners have the house up for rent online on multiple different websites, which is fine, they're entitled to rent their home. But it is listed as having 5 bedrooms and 4 bathrooms, and a very large unfinished basement is what the description says.
Okay.
So the addition of
It's unfinished. It's being used for storage. I mean, Mr. Syed owns an insurance company, and he does not have a need for the extra income to make it a rental in the basement. It is a huge basement, and
There were bathrooms in the basement, you said?
it's totally unfinished.
My point was going to be that it is, putting the basement entrance aside, it's already a very large home for the Plainview area with 5 bedrooms and 4 bathrooms. What is going in the addition?
The addition is he's expanding the existing family room. It will be part of the family room. It's not, it's still going to be a family room, but it's going to be larger. The addition, if you check the plans, the wall is being taken out and the addition is being added, and it's going to stay the family room. It's only going to be bigger.
Okay, so it's no additional plumbing, no additional bathroom?
No.
Okay.
There's even a gas corner fireplace in there that he wants to remove, but it's strictly a TV room. It makes the room much bigger, but it's still the family room.
we'll obviously chat during our deliberations about the cellar entrance. You know, because you're here, that I'm not a fan of
Yeah,
cellar
but
entrances.
as of right, if I made it the cellar entrance, let's say 3 foot 4 inches wide, and set the side yard at 8 feet, we'd have it as of right, and we wouldn't need to be here.
For that, yeah.
Okay. We agree.
Is there any other way to access the basement from
No.
inside the house?
No. From outside, no. Of
No,
cour-
from inside. Can he
Yeah,
access-
there's an interior cellar entrance, of course. I mean, the house wasn't built that long ago. He's the second owner. I agree with you. It is a big house, and it's an unusually large piece of property for an R17 zone. I was surprised when I did the research that it wasn't an R110 zone. Property is huge.
It's a really interesting area of Plainview because it's Syosset School. It's a very desirable home. I mean, it's a great
Yeah,
piece of property.
his taxes are over $30,000.
Not surprised.
But they're a very nice family, and he has no intention of finishing the basement. Again, what a future owner will do, who knows?
That's the problem.
Which is something that we also have to take into consideration, because variances do run with the land. Once we grant it, if we grant it, then that's it, and then the basement can be finished after that. So,
Yeah,
you might want to talk to your client about, in my opinion anyway, and my feeling is, I would like this either to comply or be moved to the backyard. Because when I see a basement entrance on the side of the house, and you tell me it's for your outdoor furniture, well, that outdoor furniture's in the backyard.
okay. Then we'll make it comply at 8 feet.
Okay.
I told the owner that the Oyster Bay Board has issues with stairs, that we might have to make it a little narrower.
Okay. Anybody wishing to be heard on this application? Correspondence?
Nassau County Planning Commission recommends local determination.
Motion?
Decision.
The public hearing is closed, and the decision of the board will be forwarded to you by our office. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Next is hearing 13, Appeal 24-348, Milton Bagley at 95 Cypress Drive, Woodbury.
Hi,
Council to join the proceedings.
I do.
Your name and address, please.
William Hennessy, architect, office at 11 Chester Court in Huntington. Good evening, members of the board. I'm here to represent Milton and Joan Bagley of 95 Cypress Drive in Woodbury. The Bagleys are an elderly couple in their mid-90s. They've permanently moved to Florida, and the house is in contract for sale. I was retained as during the sales process, they discovered that there was an open permit dating back to 1991 for a one-story family room addition and an attached open deck, both in the rear yard. Both the deck and the addition were the subject of a variance that was approved in 1990, allowing a 76-foot rear yard setback. The as-built survey that we turned over to the building department to try to close this permit revealed that there was a 3-foot by 8-foot trapezoidal piece of the deck that pierced the 76-foot setback and reduces the rear yard to 73.4 feet. We were looking to have the original decision amended to allow for this issue that occurred. During the process of closing out, we were also advised that the circular driveway off of Cypress Drive is non-conforming. The as-built inside curb radius is 14.25 feet, where 50 feet is required. The owner has advised me that the driveway has been there for over 50 years. So he was quite surprised that this was even made an issue. He's never had a problem with it. It seems to work very well for the property. It's certainly a safe condition. And the Bagleys have been the original owner in this property since 1967, in good standing here in the community, and they're basically asking for the board to approve these issues so that they can continue forward with the sale of their property. That completes my application.
Anybody have any questions? Anybody wishing to be heard on this application? Correspondence?
Nassau County Planning Commission recommends local determination.
Motion?
Decision.
The public hearing is closed, and the decision of the board will be forwarded to you by our office. Thank you.
Thank you.
Next is hearing 14, Appeal 24-285, Clifford Maldow at 118 Bounty Lane, Jericho.
Council Madam Chief, during the proceedings,
Yes, I do.
the name and address, please.
Ken Schulman, 209 Lynn Avenue, East Northport. Good evening. We are seeking to maintain an existing wood deck. The deck requires 3 variances. The first variance is for minimum side yard setback. The deck maintains a 9.5-foot setback where 10 feet is the minimum required. I believe when the deck was originally built about 30 years ago, the intention was to have a conforming side yard, but an incorrect measurement was taken off of the side fence, which was not actually on the property line. We also need a variance for aggregate side yards. The deck maintains an aggregate of 22.1 feet, where 25 feet is the minimum required. Lastly, the addition of the deck brings the existing lot coverage to 25.9%, where 20% is the maximum allowed. The lot coverage for just the habitable space of the existing house is a conforming 19.2%. The deck is well screened from the most affected property by a solid 6-foot fence and by dense evergreens that are on the neighbor's property. In conclusion, I believe that none of the variances requested are substantial, and the deck has existed for decades without any adverse impacts to the adjacent properties or the surrounding area. The owner is planning on selling the house in the near future and is trying to get all of these certificates of occupancy in order to start that process.
Anybody have any questions? Anybody wishing to be heard on this application? Correspondence?
Nassau County Planning Commission recommends local determination.
Motion?
Decision.
Public hearing is closed, and the decision of the board will be forwarded to you by our office.
Thank you. Have a good night.
Thank you. You too. Thank you.
Hearing 15, Appeal 24-277, Pradheep Kaleti at 42 Park Drive East, Syosset.
Hello again. I realize I'm still under oath. For the record, Christina Bravin for the homeowner, requesting permission to construct a 19-foot 4-inch by 11-foot 10-inch sunroom, holding a rear yard setback of 21.2 feet instead of the required 25 feet, and increasing maximum allowed lot coverage from 25% to 27.06%. The proposed sunroom is unheated. It's flush with the first floor. They'll access it from their existing den. At the closest point, it's 21.2 feet. That's the northwest corner. And at the southwest corner, it's 23 feet from the property line. I have photos here. You can see how screened it is from the neighbors. And this home was built in the 50s. There haven't been any improvements made to it other than the existing shed that's changing, which does not change the coverage of the lot. The original house takes up 23.9%. The existing shed is only 83 square feet, and the proposed sunroom will only be adding an additional 2.3% to the coverage. We feel that this is consistent with the neighborhood. A lot of the other homes in the area have similar setbacks and relaxations from the rear and front yard.
Okay, we probably will put a condition on it that it not be made into habitable space.
That would be acceptable, yes.
Okay, thank you. Anybody else have any questions? Anybody wishing to be heard on this application? Correspondence?
Nassau County Planning Commission recommends local determination.
Motion?
Decision.
Public hearing is closed, and the decision of the board will be forwarded to you by our office. Thank you.
Thank you. Have a great night.
You too,
Thank you.
Hearing 16, Appeal 24-344, Sarab Mehta at 49 Candy Lane, Syosset.
Good evening.
Hello?
Raise your right hand, please. Promise to tell the truth during these proceedings.
I do.
And your name and address, please.
My name is Saurabh Mehta, Saurabh and Jigna Mehta, owner of 49 Candy Lane, Syosset, New York. And of course, we requested the second story in our house. I've been working from home, and my daughter, she's doing the JD, and she's coming back next year to do the law in New York. So we wanted an extra room, space. And of course, my parents, they are planning to be, they are actually here. And that's why we filed a hardship letter also to get the.
Sounds like you're going to have a full house.
Yes. Looking forward to that.
Okay.
If you have any questions, yeah.
Anybody have any questions? No. Anybody wishing to be heard on this application? Correspondence?
Nassau County Planning Commission recommends local determination.
Motion?
Decision.
Public hearing is closed, and the decision of the board will be voted to by our office. Good luck.
Thank you, thank you. Thank you,
Thank
member
you.
of the board.
Hearing number 17, Appeal 24-231, Andrew Connie at 36 Gabriel Drive, East Norwich.
I'll tell the truth during these proceedings.
I do.
Name and address, please.
Name is Louis Baldino, 97 Pine Hollow Road, Oyster Bay, New York. Architect for Mr. Connie, who is to my right, for 36 Gabriel Drive, East Norwich, also known as Section 27, Block E, Lot 509. Good evening, everybody. Thank you for tonight. What we are asking for is relief from Chapter 246, Table 5.3, which is a proposed detached garage with attic storage, which exceeds the maximum permitted height of 12 feet. We are proposing 21.33 or 21 foot 4 inches. The existing house is a one-story dwelling with no attic space to speak of. It's probably about 3.5 feet clear in the middle, and there is no basement in the house. The existing garage presently is used as their storage room. So what they like to do is create a garage, detached, with the hopes of Phase 2, converting the garage to living space for their family.
You mean the existing garage?
The existing garage, correct. I've been doing work in the town of Oyster Bay, and in front of you, fine people for over 30 years. And no disrespect, I try not to be here. I always try to design a project that does not require a variance, just because it's easier on the community, on the town, and my clients. Sometimes you can, sometimes you can't. This is one of those situations where we explored other options, which I will present to you, but first I'd like to present the reason why this height variance is being generated. You can see by the drawing that I've given you, the dimensions that are highlighted in yellow. The interior of the garage will have no staircase to the attic. It'll be a pull-down stair that one normally has in a dwelling. The reason why I highlighted the 6'9" is that is to the underside of a structural member called a collar tie. A collar tie is a very important member within an attic. It braces the left and right side of the roof to stop the ridge from sagging and therefore not kicking out the exterior walls. So that 6'9" dimension is basically the height of everybody's interior door in their home. So it was at that height, it's just comfortable to be able to access and walk up and store items. As soon as you go left and right of the garage, there's a 10-inch pitch, so that dramatically goes down to nothing relatively quickly. But that's what had generated the height variance. As I stated earlier, to try to explore other possibilities to not have to generate a variance, I'll issue you another plan that we did examine. And I'll wait till you receive it before I explain it. On that drawing in front of you, to the middle of the page, you'll see a shaded garage that says proposed 3-car garage. That is the application that is in front of you tonight. To the right of that I spoke to Mr. Connie, I said, why don't we try putting a garage attached to the house? Although we would still be here in front of you today, because the original house was a variance, and that setback that's presented as at 37'1" would have to be 70 feet. So we would still be before you today, but we could go as high as 28 feet if it was attached. But we did not need to do that, because architecturally it ruins the character of the existing home. But more importantly, if you see, there's an existing sanitary system there. So by putting the garage there, we'd have to relocate and fill, and perhaps put a 8-foot footing on a garage on a slab to prevent it from sagging in the future. Also, on that side of the house, and it's described up to the left, you'll see concerns with garage attached to dwelling. That part of the house is the master bedroom. And on that side wall, there are 2 windows. Now, once you modify or touch an existing room, you have to bring it up to today's code, which would mean relocating the windows to either the front and/or the back, and an interior bathroom. So it would be major renovations to that bedroom to accommodate these new windows. And being that there is no crawl space or basement, you're dealing with a slab, the cost to move all this plumbing ends up being a tremendous cost. So it was more cost feasible for my client to build it detached. And that's the reason why we are in front of you today. I did present the plans to the 2 adjacent neighbors, one being the Carlos Orellana residence, as well as Minu Ati. Minu Ati is located at number 34 Gabriel Drive, and Carlos Orellana is 38 Gabriel Drive. I went as early as today, so it's kind of still fresh in everybody's memory. The most affected neighbor, as far as setback goes, is Minu Adi at 34 Gabriel Drive. It's about 20 feet from her property, approximately 40 feet from the edge of her dwelling to the peak, which is 21 feet. It's about 55 feet away from her dwelling. She's at level ground with Mr. Connie. The Orellana residents, they really see the garage from a bird's eye view. So I have presented both plans. I presented the plans to both neighbors, and I do have a letter of consent from Mr. Orellano at 38 Gabriel Drive. And I believe Mrs. Ati is present to speak her concerns.
Okay. I was there myself tonight. I mean, it's a beautiful neighborhood.
Yes.
So I couldn't tell. I don't go on private property, and so I did not go up the driveway. So I don't know how much of it can be seen if it's constructed from the street. There's a lot of screening up there.
Yes, Mr. Connie lives at the end of a cul-de-sac.
Yeah.
And he actually shares a curb cut with 38 Gabriel Drive.
Oh,
So as soon as you drive into that curb cut, straight up is the Orellana residence, the letter of consent I just gave you. You slightly go to the right, and you're at Mr. Connie's residence.
Okay.
But if you were to make a circle around that courtyard, you would not see the garage from the street,
Okay,
where it's proposed to be.
okay. All right, well, we'll see. Anybody have any questions from up here before we hear from the residents? Anybody interested in speaking on this application, please come up. No, wait till you get here.
Yes,
Promise to tell the truth during this proceedings?
absolutely.
Thank you. Your name and address, please?
My name is Minu Model, Moadel, 34 Gabriel Drive, East Norwich. Yes, yes. I don't have any objection with Andy to build a garage, but 22 feet high will be very obstructive. I have a 12-feet window there, and it will be like building a house right in front of me.
Okay.
and that is very, very upsetting. I mean, I pay a great deal of taxes for this property, and I live somewhere where there is some form of privacy, and this is very, very upsetting to me.
Okay. Thank you for coming down. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Anybody else wish to be heard on this application? All right, we're going to let them come back. Thank you.
Appreciate the neighbors coming out. It was good to speak to them. I did visit her property this afternoon, roughly 4:45, and I did not get a chance to see the living room window. It's kind of further back than where the garage is being placed. I do have a photograph taken today as well. Sorry, I only have one photograph, but if you look at the upper right-hand photograph, you'll see a shed and you will see a basketball hoop. The shed is being removed, but the proposed garage is going right in between the shed and the basketball hoop. Behind that tree line is 34 Gabriel Drive. You cannot see the dwelling from there, and you cannot see the dwelling from her property as well, the garage, once it's built from her property. There are deciduous trees there, which perhaps in the fall and the winter, you may see some of the roof line. I did offer to have my,
Well, she's behind the trees. So the garage would be here.
I did show her the plan this afternoon.
You did?
Yes, yes. That's specifically why I went there, to show her the plan.
So, Mr. Baldino, our problem too also is that, you know, it's not just this house, it's height variances on garages.
Correct.
that We have been, you know, we've been coming down on people for that because there's so many of them, and the town, you know, there's a reason why there's a 12-foot rule for accessory structures, for height. So it does set a precedent in the neighborhood, which is something that we have to discuss at deliberations. So that's our problem.
I understand that, and I understand how precedence works, and I believe every case should be looked at independently, not what was approved on other cases. I do know how the board feels about height garages as well as they feel about cellar entrances. It's kind of the same thing. This is why I specifically did not put an interior staircase. I only put in a pull-down stair.
And we appreciate that.
It's not going to be finished. It's going to be for strictly storage purposes only. And if there's a condition that you'd like to put in there that will not be finished for living space, I'm sure my client will be fine with that.
Yeah, we hear you. Of course, what the neighbor is saying is that it's impactful to her quality of life, which is something we have to be mindful of. It has nothing to do with whether someone's living there or not, although we appreciate that there won't be. So we have to weigh these things. That's part of our job, the balancing test. as you
Understood.
well know. Thank you.
Thank you.
I just have a question.
Sure.
This top right hand, the top left hand, what is that?
That's Mr. Orlana's property, 38 Gabriel Drive.
That's the other side.
That's the letter of intent that we have. That's why I was saying he is more affected. You can clearly see his dwelling from there. His first floor is approximately 12 feet higher than the level of the garage floor. So I stood in the same spot as I took the first photograph with the basketball hoop and the shed. I literally just turned my body 360 and took that photograph, so you can get an idea of how the terrain works in that area. You cannot see
The
that.
basketball hoop is 10 feet, right? So 10 feet plus. So it's going to be twice the height.
What's the level of her house?
It's going to be twice the height of the basketball hoop, right? 21 feet plus.
The tallest trees on that property line are minimum 50 feet. Minimum 50 feet.
And these trees, are they, in the wintertime, they're dead, or is it?
Yes, I didn't get to finish.
Okay.
Not all of them. There are some evergreens and there's some deciduous. I had offered today to 34 Gabriel Drive that my client would plant between the garage and the property line his own evergreens. She quickly dismissed it, but that's still a possibility. We could even put them on a berm to make them even higher. Perhaps a series of staggered green giants that grow 3 to 4 feet a year.
That's very nice offer.
Yeah,
It's a good compromise.
I believe it is. I believe it is.
Okay. As for your comment about case-by-case basis. Unfortunately, the courts don't look at it that way. I understand what you're saying, because this is a unique neighborhood. It's not Hicksville, it's not Plainview, it's, you know, the houses are more spread out, there's more screening, but the courts don't see it that way.
Right, but the neighborhood is not out of character. There are many California ranches in that development. There are
Yes.
colonials, there are splits. I converted a California ranch into a Tuscan villa. If you've been through that block, you'll see that yellow stucco home. Very varied. Is it a detriment to the community? Absolutely not. Is it out of character? Absolutely not. And being that we can offer the screening, it's not going to be living space. Any conditions that you want to put on it, I think the benefit my client receives from that clearly outweighs any detriment to the community and even the immediate neighborhood, not just the town of Oyster Bay as a whole, especially when it's not visible from the street.
Yes.
Not that that's any consolation. I mean, I comb the back of my hair. I don't see it, but I comb the back of my hair, whatever's left. But I'm very sensitive to the community, and I believe the board knows that of me.
Yes, you have it. All right, well, we have
Okay.
our job to do.
Thank you.
Thank you, board.
Correspondence?
Nassau County Planning Commission recommends local determination.
Motion?
Decision?
The public hearing is closed, and the decision
you.
of the board will be forwarded to you by our office. Thank you.
Hearing number 18, Appeal 24-274, Althea Lindsay, Oyster Bay.
Yes, I do.
Name and address, please.
Scott Kahn, 68 West Main Street, Oyster Bay, New York. Good evening, Madam Chair, members of the board. I'm here tonight representing the Lindsay family, who seek several variances before you to renovate, rehabilitate, and expand their home. Our first request is to permit a 9-foot rear yard setback in lieu of the 25 minimum required. As the house is now, there already exists a 1-story den that is 9 feet, and we are knocking it down and rebuilding it. That room is in terrible condition. You can't even walk straight in that room. I'm going to just provide you with the original survey, and I highlighted the existing 9-foot setback. So we're not changing that setback at all. Our second request is to permit a raised concrete patio to be 3 feet from the rear property line instead of the required 25 feet. This patio is only 30 inches off of grade, and due to the home being set way back on the property, any proposed structure, a deck, anything, would require a variance. I also took an aerial shot of the house. Behind the home, it's a very buffered area. It's a very steep hill down to the backyards of the houses on Summit. So it's kind of a secluded setback kind of lot. So I just want to hand those in as well. Our third request is to permit a 2-and-12 roof pitch, only the existing main dwelling in lieu of the 6-and-12 pitch required. We had originally designed the home with a full second-floor addition, which actually had 7-and-12 pitches. But due to budgetary reasons, we'd like to leave the ridge of the existing home in place, and that would be a huge savings to the owner. So basically just taking the roof and lifting it like that. Our fourth request is to permit only 150 square feet over the allowable GFA. Required is 3475, and we're asking only 3625. Our final request is related to height setback ratio in the hamlet. On the north side, we're asking for 5.77 to 1 in lieu of the 3 to 1. And on the rear of the home, asking 1.85 to 1 in lieu of the 0.7 to 1 required. Both we feel are minor requests. And due to the existing dwelling set way back on the property, it kind of creates that setback ratio for the hamlet. And that's basically it.
Okay, I was there. The house is very original. Anybody have any questions? Anybody wishing to be heard on this application? Correspondence? Motion?
Decision.
Public hearing is closed, and the decision of the board will be forwarded to our office.
Thank you very much.
Next is hearing 19, Appeal 24-281, Kenneth Barr at 43 Sideview Drive, Oyster Bay.
The street would not come up on my navigation.
This one?
This one, no, wouldn't come up. I didn't go see it.
For the
'cause I
Michael
can't-
Arado, 245 Route 109, Suite D, West Babylon, New York, 11704. We're here looking for relief from the board to allow gross floor area of this house to be increased from the maximum allowance of 3,282.80 square feet to 3,441.44 square feet, which is just an increase of 158.64 square feet. Basically, what happened here was we were filing to maintain the existing addition, rear deck, rear dormer, and the shed. The owner, Kenneth, is just trying to clear up all the issues he may have with this house. So when the time comes to sell it, the house is all clear. As you're aware of the recent zoning guidelines from March 2nd, 2023, these have triggered a lot of these cases asking for relief for gross floor area. Basement is unfinished, and that alone is 835 square feet. So the 158 square feet that we're asking for, was kind of triggered into this house, just the way it sits. We don't feel that any of the additions, that are being calculated to this gross floor area create a negative impact on the property or the neighborhood. We also don't feel that the 158.64 square feet is an aggressive request of relief.
Okay. Do we have any questions? Anybody wishing to be heard in this application? Correspondence?
County Planning Commission recommends local determination.
Motion?
Decision.
The public hearing is closed, and the decision of the board will be forwarded to you by our office. Thank you.
Thank you. Have a good night, everyone.
You too,
Thank
thank you.
you. And hearing is holdover 1, Appeal 24-253, Suresh Varadarajan at 17 Holly Drive, Syosset.
How long have we been hearing people say that because we changed the gross floor area, it's over a year? I mean, not on that application, it's fine, but like, people keep saying it, I'm like, yeah, but that's the new rule, it is what it is now. You can't keep being like, oh, they made a new rule.
And that's why you're here.
Please, tell the truth during these proceedings.
Yes, I do.
Your name and address, please.
My name is Suresh Varadarajan. I live in 17 Holly Drive, Syosset, New York, 11791. I am the homeowner. I'm here to seek your approval for 2 variances. Number 1, we are exceeding the lot coverage by 4.75%. And number 2, we are exceeding the grass floor area by 260 feet. It's not due to the living space, it's because of the cathedral ceiling. So that's what the town said. They consider that as, twice or something like that. So the reason we are doing this updates and renovation is my mom, 85 years old, lives with me, and she uses 1 bathroom and 1 bedroom. And my in-laws, they live in abroad. They come here often, time to time, to spend time with the grandkids. So we need additional space. And moreover, me and my wife both work from home. I work full-time, work from home, and my wife work a couple of days, work from home. So we need additional space for, our office. So please consider these facts and kindly provide your approval. Please let me know if you have any questions.
Parents and in-laws, huh?
Well, my dad passed away, so it's just my
I'm
mom.
sorry. Okay. We will consider it. Anybody wishing to be heard on this application? Anybody have any questions?
No.
Correspondence?
Nassau County Planning Commission recommends local determination.
Motion?
Decision.
Thank you, everyone.
Hearing is
Have a good
closed,
night.
And the decision of the board will be forwarded to you by our office. Thank you.
You too.
Yeah.
Thank you, everyone.
Good night. Can we have one little quick break before we vote?
That was a good one. So how's everything with you?
What's that?
How's everything with you? Good summer?
Someone's working fast.
That's so funny. Yes, great, both were great. My son was this town for a week, my grandson played, and that was, he just had a ball. Those are the Yankees. He pitched, they only won 1 game, but it was a game that he pitched, and he pitched four innings of no hitters.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, so that was great. And then we came back on Saturday, and Sunday we left to England.
And that was awesome?
That was awesome, yeah, we had a great time. it was fun, we had a good time. But you're right, the summer just went so fast. No, thank you.
Okay, thank you.
In fact, yeah, I didn't eat these two, so here, you can, thank you. Yeah, so it was good. How about you? You had a good summer, the kids had good.
Good baseball, most of the
Well, I know, baseball is like, it's a sport that, yeah. It's like a never-ending sport, I know. But you know, it's not like, yeah, it is fun, yeah.
Like, you know, I feel like, you know, I'm not just watching somebody.
It's more, yeah. Now, how old is your son, Lieutenant? Okay.
So they played 9U over the summer, and now in the fall, they're starting 9U like this.
Okay.
So we did the summer with one kid each out. So like, all right, we'll just get them all ready for 9U. Well, everyone's got to do 9U.
They could go to the, for building.
But it was fun.
That's great. When he gets, I think it's like 12, that's when, my, you know, if he can get to Cooperstown, they just love it. I mean, yeah.
Yeah, he wants to do that.
Yeah.
And then they
He
could
loves to do the picture too.
Yeah, he likes, yeah.
So
It's great,
it's a lot of fun. I love
It is good. I mean, some of the teams you play are awesome.
I know.
They come, I mean, particularly some, they come from states that are warmer and they play a year. So, you know, yeah, I mean, yeah. So it's,
We're going to play, I don't know if you ever did the Cal Ripken thing.
yes, we did that. Yes, we did that. This summer we did Cal Ripken, some other place in Pennsylvania, and Cooperstown. Yeah.
We're doing it at the end of December, 27th that weekend.
Yeah. Oh, that's great.
Yeah, it should be fun.
That'll be great. They'll love it. Yeah, he'll love it.
He's looking forward to it.
Yeah, I bet he is. Yeah.
It's cool.
Yeah.
I love it because I love baseball. So it's
So it makes it not. Yeah. I know what you mean.
It's fun.
Yeah.
For me, I love it. And he loves it, and my older son like helps coach.
Oh, that's great. That's great. Yeah.
So
How old is your oldest?
He's gonna be 13 in a month.
Oh, wow. So he's in
7th
grade. He goes, okay.
Senior mom, huh?
Yeah.
Senior?
It is already extremely crazy and hectic going on.
Yeah, it does. It really does. Yeah. I know.
It's scary.
It is scary how fast. It really is.
And like on Facebook, like you get all the like
you as high
the
strung.
reminder, like the memories thing.
Yeah, and you look how little they know.
All this week was all first day of school 7 years ago.
Yeah, I
First day of
know.
school.
Yeah, I mean, they're so little. They look so different. We do. I mean, it's like they grow up so, you know, it's so fast. I mean, not that this is difficult to do, but my grandson is 6 inches taller than I am.
My older son this year got taller than my wife.
Wow.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
the woman I work for.
Yeah, I mean, he's just got these growths, you know.
Yeah.
65, 32.
Growths, and it just,
He's good amongst women. It's
Now your grandson's 13?
he's 12.
But I think
12. He'll be 13 in March.
bit of a stretch for where he is.
Yeah, so he's in 7 2.
How do you balance that? You want them
My oldest
to,
son
you
was
want
doing
them to
baseball, then COVID
stretch and
hit, and I was
reach,
like, I
but
don't
you don't want them to be disappointed, you
Yeah,
know?
what
It's
a
like,
shame.
The only good thing about that was
So
my
he'll
younger
have
one
to have
was
other
doing
choices
we
too.
are, yes, we're going next
So
weekend.
baseball.
Several Hudson Valley.
Hockey had to stop because he couldn't
Oh, okay.
We're gonna look at
Quite
bars.
honestly, thank God, just hockey's a nightmare. It's
and
like constant 6 in the morning, 5 in the morning.
Yeah.
So I wasn't pushing.
No, I know, that's great. Yeah, no, I
So,
agree.
and
So,
then baseball I could coach. Like I
yeah,
love it.
that's nice. Yeah, it is. I think it's a nice sport.
Yeah, I think so.
Like,
Brandeis loved, they sent him
a lot of,
invitation to come meet with
my
them.
son's
They
friends
like really liked him.
in base when they were
But he's-
younger,
he
they
just
did
thinks it's too
everything, you know,
much.
you know, you have to choose now. Some of them went to lacrosse.
It's a good sport.
It's a good sport. You know what, with baseball, the thing is that with lacrosse, it seems that they have a practice and then they have a game on the weekend. And they have a practice and with baseball, it's like every week the schedule is, you know, it's different, yeah.
And then for the full, we're doing double headers each Saturday.
Okay, yeah.
So it's like, and then so we're doing 9 o'clock games and 11:30
Yeah.
every Saturday from
Yeah,
now until
that's, yeah,
October.
oh yeah, that's,
So it's a little crazy, but
it is.
it's, you know what, it is what it is.
Yeah,
If he
exactly.
as long as he loves it, then
Yeah.
so, you know,
Yeah,
you know, when they enjoy it, you enjoy it.
Exactly, yeah. My grandson said it was, Cooperstown was the best vacation ever, even better than Disney World, he said, so.
It's funny, we went to Cooperstown 2 years ago, and they still talk about it.
Yeah, they like, yeah.
It was fun. We didn't go to, we didn't do a tournament.
I've had 3, so.
But I think there's
Amazing, I still have hair.
How's the baby?
Like, there's a separate
He's
travel.
good. I mean, he's
Oh, there
still
might
with
be,
twos,
yeah,
but.
yeah.
But he's
Oh,
still, yeah.
oh, okay, yeah.
But, you know, I would imagine he would make it.
Yeah, that's great, yeah, that's great.
For 8, it's good.
That's great.
To this long.
It's
and
fun,
he's wearing
it's
two
fun to
diapers.
watch.
So the
And
twos
it's
are in
good,
the
it's
diapers.
good too, because like, he has friends in some class that go to the same school.
Yeah.
Become good friends with him.
Yeah.
But he still has the same.
This is first.
Yeah, it's nice, yeah, it's like both. Drew, that's nice, that's great, yeah,
So it's
yeah.
nice.
Now, where is he looking for high school?
The older one is looking at like Shamrod,
Okay,
Kellenberg.
yeah.
Quick picture of mine.
Right, he still has some time.
You know, I'm surprisingly home.
On the 18th
No,
of
my
September,
younger,
here they're
my
gonna
older
look
one
at it
starts
again.
7, so now they have to start
Hopefully
looking.
figure
so
out
they would do the test
what they
next
can do
year.
for
Yeah,
you.
yeah.
Okay,
To solve this
yes.
problem.
We'll go into a tour,
Get
first,
rid of these
first,
twos.
You went to Shamrod.
Yeah, okay.
This is my.
What's the difference,
This is
right?
the puppy.
Oh, that's
You
so
got
cute.
at the play.
Yes,
Oh,
yeah.
When you had
that
your
is
voice.
so
He was smaller.
cute.
And
Much smaller, right? And I was, I guess I
that's
probably,
cute.
but he's going into 8th grade, so
Okay,
he's
so he's a year older than my son.
Yes, but the puppy is really good.
And they're watching him on
So
He looks so calm, yeah.
Yes, he is, he's
My,
very.
my poor younger son is so allergic. My sister has a Shih Tzu, which is hypoallergenic.
Yes, are they? Oh, I didn't know they were. I know poodles are, I didn't know they were.
Take your seats, everyone.
Yeah.
For the weekend, he broke out in hives the whole weekend. It was so bad.
Oh gee, that's terrible.
Horrible.
Yeah, that, yeah. You give them like, you don't want to
Yeah,
give
yeah,
them
you
stuff,
don't
but
want
yeah,
to
yeah,
like,
like, yeah, you don't want that, yeah, it's hard. That's usually not as severe as a cat allergy.
You ready, Holly?
Surprising.
Yeah,
The cat allergies get, and they build,
yeah,
they get worse. But that's a shame, that's hard.
yeah.
Hearing number 1, appeal number 24-265. No problem
I'm
with
fine, I'll
this.
move that.
Lois and Andrew, all in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Ayes have it, so moved. Hearing number 2, appeal number 24-267. The shed. A is withdrawn.
All right.
So it's just the deck. I'll move it.
I'll second.
Kathy will second. All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Ayes have it, so moved. Hearing number 3, appeal number 24-279.
I'm fine, I'll move that.
Okay. Lois?
Lisa got it.
Lisa, all in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Ayes have it, so moved. Hearing number 4, appeal number 24-280.
I'll move it.
I'll second.
Andrew and, was that Kathy?
Yes.
All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Ayes have it, so
By the way, I
moved.
don't know if you need to do this, but this is not Massapequa, this is North Massapequa,
Yeah,
just so
they
you
have.
know.
Farmingdale?
What is that?
What?
All in twice.
Number 4 is North Chestnut Street. Ever you see an N in front of it, it's in Massapequa, it's North
It's not
Massapequa.
Massapequa, it's North Massapequa. Okay, for the
Okay,
record.
just for the record, so, you know.
Hearing number 5, appeal number 24-278. We have consents from abutters here.
I'll move it.
Kathy will move it.
I'll second it.
Rebecca will second it. All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Ayes have it, so moved. Hearing number 6, appeal number 24-351.
This is
one-
fine.
This was okay, I'll move it. Kathy, you want to second it?
Yes.
All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Ayes have it, so moved. Hearing number 7, appeal number 24-272. Consents from both abutting neighbors.
I'll move it.
Andrew will move it. Flo will second it. All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Ayes have it, so moved. Hearing number 8, appeal number 24-238. This was okay, I'll move it.
I'll second it.
Rebecca will second it. All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Ayes have it, so moved. Hearing number 9, appeal number 24-287.
Okay.
2 full basement, bathrooms in the basement.
He said.
But they're permitted.
Everything is permitted
Is this still in the
except that-
seller's 5, the seller?
No.
No, that's not this one.
That's not, okay.
No, this one is, everything is permitted except for the deck and the metal awning above the cellar entrance. The cellar entrance itself has a permit.
So what are we gonna do? We're gonna make the guy
Yeah.
take the awning down? It's
No,
really-
I'm not,
it's-
no.
It's punitive, but it's,
If it causes a problem later, it's a problem later.
But he could put a window in.
No.
it's not a
The
problem.
cellar
when we
entrance
create it.
has a permit.
Oh. Well, you could still use it for the window and get out.
And we can't require
No,
that.
we can't
require it.
That's what it is.
We can't require it, they have, that's allowed, he's only here for the awning.
Right. He's only here for the awning.
Okay. It's not before
It is
us.
what it is, yeah, we can't solve all the problems, and this is one we can't solve.
Somebody, someone else made this situation for
Yes.
us.
Yep.
That's
So who wants to move it?
I'll second it.
Flo, was that Flo?
Yes.
Yep.
And Andrew, all in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Ayes have it, so moved. Hearing number 10, appeal number 24-365.
I'm gonna
That was
recuse
fine,
on
I'll
hearing
move that,
number,
he was,
Hey, Rita,
Yeah.
hearing number 10, I'm gonna recuse.
he's gonna recuse from the vote.
Okay.
Okay,
Yep.
okay, I'll move it, I have,
Done. Do we need to-
Lois, you'll move it?
yes.
No.
And I'll second it. So it's Lois and Rita. All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Ayes have it, so moved, with Mr. Girardi recused from the vote. Hearing number 11, appeal number 24-286.
It's a very busy street, I'll
Yeah.
move it.
Rebecca and Lisa, all in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Ayes have it, so moved. Hearing number 12, appeal number 24-288. The cellar entrance is,
He says he's gonna make it comply. Do you wanna make it
so-
reserved? He'll give you.
He didn't say he would
No,
make
he
it
didn't.
comply. He said, if I made it comply,
So what
then
if
I wouldn't need a variance.
Right,
which
no,
is-
but he did
if
before he
they
left, he said he
if
would.
frogs
He said
had
he'd
wings,
make it
they
more
wouldn't bump their butts on the ground when they hop.
we
But
could,
he said he would talk to that, he told them that if he put it in the back, it would be better on the side, but people want it on the side.
no, I said that.
Oh, no, but.
No, he never said he'd put it in the back.
narrow.
He
We
said
could do
he'd
that.
make it more narrow.
Right, to comply.
So what we can do is we can approve A, and we can deny B.
Okay.
And then he can make it comply, because I'm not putting my name on a side cellar entrance.
With
That's
five,
good.
with 5 bedrooms and 4 bathrooms already in the
Yeah, that
house.
Yeah.
sounds good.
For rent.
He can.
For rent, thank
Yep.
you, Don.
Okay.
So, we're
Fair
gonna,
enough.
we're gonna,
Fix it himself.
everybody's okay with that? We're all
Yes.
good with that?
Yeah.
So we're gonna deny B,
Deny.
and A is gonna be granted, and I'm gonna move it.
Crazy,
I'll
right?
second it as
And Rebecca
proposed.
will second it. All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Ayes have it, so moved, and B is denied.
Thank you.
Hearing number 13, appeal number 24-348. I don't have a problem with this, that driveway's been there for 50 years,
Yeah,
so,
it actually was off to the side. It wasn't
yeah.
even-
There's a lot of
Yeah,
circular
very
driveways
common.
Yeah.
in that area, yeah. I'll move it.
I'll second.
Kathy will second. All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Ayes have it, so moved. Hearing number 14, appeal number 24-285.
Oh, no, this is nothing.
Andrew?
Yep.
And?
Second.
I'll second.
Lisa, all in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Ayes have it, so moved. Hearing number 15, appeal number 24-277. We're
This
going
is
to
gonna be conditioned.
condition that the space shall not be made habitable.
Okay. No heat or plumbing.
Right. I will move it.
I'll second.
Andrew will second. All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Ayes have it, so moved. Hearing number 16, appeal number 24-344. There's no problem with this one, right?
They said they're having a hardship situation, right?
Yeah. Who wants to move it?
I'll move it.
I'll second it.
Andrew and Lois, all in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Ayes have it, so moved. Hearing number 17, appeal number 24-231. What are we thinking, guys?
I think it's too high. Let him build the garage, but to code or thereabout. Put a shed in the backyard.
I think it's too high also. Honestly, I feel bad for that lady for her to come in because it appears to me that it's gonna be right in her face, that thing. I mean, we can condition on trees, but I don't know. I didn't like.
It
the
does
fact
set a
that, you know,
precedent.
He's got pictures from every angle except from her angle. And that picture that he showed, that showed the basketball court and the other thing saying, look, this is looking into her house. It really wasn't too great of a picture. He could have done better if he was there today.
He's obviously a very talented applicant. He knows how to speak and how to deflect, but he didn't
Right.
really address what we were saying, which is if we grant this, we're creating a precedent for a very tall garage.
Yeah.
And, I know that he was trying not to respond to that in multiple ways, but that
As he
is what we're
said, I
doing.
feel it should be done on a case-by-case basis, and we can't do that.
So 1 acre zoning is 12 foot high. 2 acre zoning is 18 foot height allowed. They have 1.5 acres on this property, but they fall in the 1A zone.
But it still exceeds both.
Oh, yes, it exceeds both, absolutely. Do you want to put it on reserve?
Yes,
Give them an
that
opportunity
was gonna be
to
my next
lower it?
sentence.
And then, do you have an idea in your head of a lower height, what you would like? Or
I mean, 18 would at least be reasonable. When Don said the thing about the 2 basketball hoops, it really hit home for me. That's absolutely, that's
That's
really, really
18.
tall.
18 is
That's 2
tall.
basketball hoops, right? It's 9 feet tall.
And as you said, he did give reasoning why it had to be over there with the sanitary system.
Right, because my first thought was attach it to the house, you can make it as high, you know, but it's a
And-
1-story house, it'll look ridiculous. If it was a 2-story house, it would have been beautiful.
Yeah, so he did give good
So
reasons
why don't we
for
put it on reserve and see what he can come up with? And,
Okay.
and I think 18, 17, 18 would be,
Look more in that area.
Yeah.
Lower height.
sorry.
Andrew, the reason I said 18 is if that's what's allowable on the next zone up.
Right.
You know, at least there's a, you know,
Yeah, that
there's
makes
a
a lot of
pin
sense.
to.
Yeah, no, I
in one
understand.
zone.
Good,
And-
okay.
and I would ask that if he
And the
does do
screening.
that, is that we also condition it on like
Screening.
evergreen.
On screening.
Yes.
Yeah,
The guy, the
He did
gentleman
offer.
seemed very
he
reasonable.
did.
Yeah.
He was reasonable.
You
I
had
think even
sympathy.
with all that, it looked to me to be a very big project, and if she has windows that are looking out directly there,
And it's 3.
And it's right
it's,
3.
you
Yeah,
know,
right, yeah.
it's just a huge building
It is.
that she's gonna have to stare at. And if that's her window looking out from her living room, that's not fair to her, so.
Okay. Next, hearing number 18, appeal number 24-274. I don't have a problem with this, I was out there, I'll move it.
Second.
Kathy will second, all in favor, aye, any opposed, ayes have it, so moved. Hearing number 19, appeal number 24-281. Also, not a big move
Yes,
here.
I'll move
So, Andrew, I'll second it, all in favor, aye, any opposed, ayes have it, so moved. Holdover number 1, appeal number 24-253. This also is not a big ask.
I'll move this one.
Rebecca will move it.
I'll second.
Kathy will second. All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Ayes have it. So moved. All right, guys. I will see you in a month. I won't be at the next meeting. Fort Lauderdale.
Nice time.
Enjoy school. Spring break.
Yeah. Been a long time for me, spring break.
Same, same. How are you? All right, good night, everyone.
All right,
Good night, everybody.
Good night, good night.
Good night. I'll see you in Overlook, because I will be at the next meeting.
Oh, okay.
I'll be at this